sudden they are more patriotic. No, they love Nigeria, where people are being killed. I read a write-up by, I've forgotten the person, I don't even, because many of them loot me, I'm telling you. Many of them loot me, I'm telling you. That Nigeria has a vast natural resources. That is why Trump is coming, American ones. I say, okay, your natural resources, is it the one that is profitable to Nigerians, or the ones that politicians are looting in collaboration with Britain and co? As I'm talking, go to Bonny Island. As I'm speaking now, go to the coastal part of Biafran. Go a bit inside the sea and see oil tankers, super tankers, empty ones waiting in line to be loaded. There is oil, crude oil being pumped. In all this, where is Britain? I used to ask this. In all this, where is Britain? United Kingdom. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu said Britain will suffer last. You see, Britain, because of stealing, they make sure that the killings of innocent people continue. The killings of innocent people continues in Nigeria. Many times you see it's something that is on video, on record. That's why I say, please, on Twitter, send every proof there to Donald Trump on his timeline. Hashtag them, all of them. Let the thing be flowing, please. This is a war. This is a war, and we are winning. We must win. All of a sudden, you see, they are writing, when wants to come for your natural resources. And I say, your natural resources, is it getting to Nigerians? The answer is no. Oh, you have natural resources. Oh, Nigeria have the higher, one of the higher, if not the highest natural resources in the world or in Africa. And I say, you don't even have central electricity in Nigeria. In a city, we have 1 hour supply of electricity in 1 week, and the people are happy. If Nigerians miss this opportunity, they will suffer forever. What I see is there is this demonic or demonism. Nigeria is about demonism. I'm telling you. Nigeria is the showcasing of the black man, the average black man dishonesty and wickedness. That is the way I can put it. They are talking about Nigerian sovereignty. Which kind of sovereignty, for goodness sake? Did Nigeria have any sovereignty? Where, Fulani are from, terrorists are pouring in from every part of Nigerian border, unchecked, to the extent Nigerian defense chiefs, high-ranking military officers, have been telling Nigeria, defend yourself. There is nothing we can do. We are overwhelmed. How many times? The chief of DSS, the other time on video, if I look for it, I will get it. It's on my timeline. He told the Nigerians that the Nigerian military can no longer defend Nigerians. That you have to, it is anarchy that is in Nigeria. And today you see people that you have to, it is anarchy that is in Nigeria. Today is because of ignorance. Ignorance of history. Ignorance is the highest killer, for your information. Ignorance. Therefore, we have to correct our mistakes by knowing our history. That is the issue. We forgot, we neglect our mistakes by knowing our history. That is the issue. We forgot, we neglect we forgot, we neglect
Welcome back. Sorry for the brief technical interruption, please. We must continue. Sorry for the brief technical interruption. It is a technical issue, but we must continue. So, as I was saying, do not forget that today is the third day of November 2025. Being Monday, Obochi Afo. There was a brief technical interruption on my system, but it was restored quickly. Please, as I was saying, people are wagging their mouths about Nigerian sovereignty. And I ask, Irabon, when he was the chief of defense staff or chief of army staff, he had been crying that out of, is it how many hundreds of borders, that two-thirds of Nigerian borders are not manned. It is open. And you are talking of sovereignty. No, I want people, let us be objective. What I see in Nigeria is people that have decided to perish. And we are not going to perish with you. Biafrans, we are going. We are not going to perish with you. Many Yorubas are trying to defend because it is what is being spread on their different groups. Tinubu is spending money. They brought it because they are in charge now. Now it is our time to chop. That is what Nigeria is. So they all of a sudden they are defending Nigeria. So Christian genocide is no more. There is no more killing. People love the killings by the Fulani headsmen in order to maintain Nigeria unity. When you hear them, what they are talking about, unity. What type of unity? In a place whereby, terrorists are overrunning everywhere under the nose of Nigerian military forces. And people are talking of sovereignty. Our natural resources. Do you even smell anything about Nigerian natural resources in your backyard? Is it the electricity you have? Do you have central electricity? We push you and show you where to fall. Biafrans, if we miss this opportunity, you see, if you are not supporting IPOB, you as a Biafran, before God and man, you are not meant to exist. You should be ashamed. Even your child, after they will spit on you, say you are useless father or you are useless mother. If you are not supporting what you are doing, are you getting what I'm saying? What we are struggling, working hard, tirelessly, and you are not supporting it. As a Biafran, you should be ashamed of yourself. I say, you should be ashamed of yourself. People called us miscreants. People called us also IPOB miscreants. These are all sorts of names. and we continue enduring. And we will continue working hard until our goal is achieved. That is it. You know, this is a calling, as I said. You should be ashamed of not being part of it, of this. I challenge you. You should be ashamed of not supporting what IPOB is doing, because we are doing the right thing. The type of life we are living, or we have been subjugated to be living in Nigeria, is not the type of, it's not our, it shouldn't be our life. It shouldn't. How can Sheikh Gumi, who is a terrorist leader that has been running back and forth defending his people, the terrorists, is not hiding it. All of a sudden he is more patriotic than everybody. He wants Nigeria, no, attack Trump. Don't it say, you have to think. You see, as a Biafran, as an Igbo man, as an Ejab man, as a Efik, any Biafran you are, and you are not supporting what you are doing, honestly speaking, you should be ashamed of yourself. Because our enemies are not joking. They are not sleeping. What they are doing, they try to program you in order to destroy, utter destruction. That is what the caliphate wants you to do. Utter destruction. By, pitching you against us. Just pitching you against yourself. That is it. And you continue fighting your saviors, IPOB. It's very, very pathetic, honestly speaking. Now, I want to play this Bwala, Daniel Bwala, who has been, all of a sudden, he has been, he is the most talkative. I call him a talkative. The caliphate, they know how to do something. They will they select somebody who is a Christian. Do you know Bwala is from Borno State? He tried to hide his origin, but he's from Borno State. He's born in Borno, Daniel Bwala, where even Christians suffer most genocide. The caliphate, they know how to select. They know how to do something. He will go anywhere he go. He will tell them that, look, I am from Borno State, but there is nothing like this. So I'm a Christian. The caliphate, when they use you, you will not know. They will put money at your disposal. They will give you the whole support you need. Give you VIP treatment. You think that you are doing something. When you will realize things is after everything, before you realize it's too late. Don't you see how Danjuma has been shouting? They collude, they destroy his hometown, Danjuma, the caliphate that used him. When he was dealing with Igbos, the caliphate was using him, calling him, oh no, fight, you are one night. They clap for him. Go on, the same thing. Are you getting what I'm saying? Go on, the same thing. They present these people, they say now, this is your, the same way they used Goodluck Jonathan as a vice president in order to go and compromise Asari Dokuba, take a term, Tompolo, all of them. The Niger Delta militancy, to reduce them to the manageable servants they are today. I say the caliphate, they are smart. I used to say this. These are people that understand politics because they have been long in politics. They have stayed long in politics, dealing with different types of people. People that were in desert, rigmarolin. You know, desert has no road. Everywhere is road. So they encounter people of different characters every time. Both the good, the bad, the ugly. All colors. So they know how to deal with people. That is, they play politics. In order to showcase to the international community that Nigeria Biafra war has nothing to do with religion, they push Gowon at the front. They push Gowon as a figurehead, and he was gallivanting. They praise him, so that anywhere they go meeting or they go to lobby, or Biafra went to lobby, so say, we are Christians, so they are killing us. The caliphate will go there and say, no, forget about this. Gowon, the president of Nigeria, he's a Christian. Even he married the children. He's a Christian that even Pope is his friend, a personal friend. He used to go to. They will call Gowon. He said, "No, I am taking Holy Communion. Even what are you talking? This has nothing to do with religion." By that they counter that side, and they will be laughing. They will be using the idiots. Before today, has Gowon any say? No, tell me now. Tell me, please. Please. I want to know. Do you see Gowon today being able to control what is happening, the killings that are happening in his hometown in Plateau State? The answer is no. Nothing. Yeah, all of them they have used them. You can never reverse back the time. That is how the caliphate works. Let me tell you, reiterate on even I think what I also said yesterday on X. As long as that seat, that throne of the Sultan of Sokoto continues to be there, Nigeria goes nowhere. What you are seeing, the terrorism that is ongoing, unchecked by the Nigerian military. Do you remember Sheikh Gumi warned the other time? Sheikh Gumi warned the Nigerian military. I read it here, the news. Sheikh Gumi, an individual, he warned the Nigerian military never to provoke the Fulani terrorists. That they should keep quiet and abide by their terms of negotiation. That there are places that the Nigerian military forces should not even reach. They are being controlled by the Fulani terrorists. So he warned the Nigerian military. So this is what he wants. That is the type of Nigeria, the type of country he wants to maintain. And that is why he is highly patriotic now. Calling Trump that no, everybody should rise up to resist Trump. There is nothing like Christian genocide. But this man, this Sheikh Gumi, is the person that even told the terrorists that, look, stop killing the Muslims in the Nigerian military. It is the Christians that wants to kill you, that are trying to kill the Christians in the Nigerian military. No, Nigerians are forgotten now. Today, there is a patriotic Nigerian. If it is how you want a country or your country to be, we Biafrans will never be part of that. We will never be part of that. How is it that Trump's threat to terrorists in Nigeria becomes a threat to Fani Kayode, to others, to Sheikh Gumi, to the sovereignty of Nigeria? Okay, sovereignty, where you say that the Nigerian military is overwhelmed, they cannot cope up. Everybody should defend themselves. Now you have somebody, you have a country that said they will come and help you clear the terrorists. You are annoyed. You say, no, 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 no. We don't want. So you want the killing to continue. Are you listening? This is absurd. Honestly absurd. You know, during the time of, prior to the colonization, Britain completely destroyed the Arrow Confederacy. When people say that we had no formula or no structure as a people, I laugh to their ignorance or mischief or idiocy or foolishness. Call it take anyone you want from the 4 words I mentioned. Arrow Confederacy was a highly sophisticated, democratic, real confederacy that you have ever had in the world. The Arrow Confederacy. Britain came to our land and saw how we are functioning. They were dismayed. There is no way that they can allow us to function because they didn't understand our political organization or political structure. So they need to destroy it. Are you getting it? We had more advanced republicanism or democracy than Britain. This is a historical fact. It's not what we made up, no. Or what we make up. No. The Arrow Confederacy. It is a confederacy. Live and let live. Everybody had a stake in the running of our political structure. That is the confederacy. Everybody is involved, was involved. Britain said no, this is anarchy, because they didn't understand it. Notwithstanding that even our confederacy allowed Royal Niger Company, gave them land to be doing their business. Because we want, we don't disturb you, but we say, okay, we compete on equal basis. And the Britain Royal Niger Company was not seeing the back of our confederacy businessmen or businesses. They said, no, these people, we need to destroy their structure so that we take over. Otherwise, we cannot compete with them in the economy. They were there as Royal Niger Company. And our government that time, our confederacy, was also doing their business. They quietly, our ancestral government quietly disorganize or minimize the Royal Niger Company. Allow them to be doing their business. But our ancestors mastered the art of, taking over the business without even minding that the British is there. So they become jealous. They became envious. Let me not use jealous. They became envious that no, we used to take these people out. Otherwise, we can't get anything. Our ancestors said, no, do your business. We are doing our own business. We go on competition, no problem. It is in our land, but no problem. The British Royal Niger Company say, no. These people are masters in the economy. So we cannot compete with them. Either we take them down, destroy their structure, because we cannot compete with them. And that is the mantra of Britain till today. I am telling you. We see people, it doesn't matter, it is in us. We see you, whether white or whether child, we say, don't be the same head you get, now we get. Why can't we do what you are doing and do it even more better? That pride is there. And if we are given the opportunity, the fair opportunity, we do it more than you. It didn't start today. Okay. Britain destroyed the Arab Confederacy primarily to dismantle its economic and political dominance in the Nigerian hinterland. That time there was no Nigeria, for your information. They are using the term Nigeria because it is now existing, which was a major obstacle to British colonial expansion and commercial interests. Why publicly justified under the pretext of abolishing slave trade? You know, they have to come with something. And the Ibini Opabi, that is Longitude Oracle, the underlying motives were strategic. Economic control. The Arrow Confederacy effectively controlled the trade routes and networks for goods like palm oil, which was in high demand by British industry, between the interior and the coast, largely bypassing British intermediaries like the Royal Niger Company, because the British intermediary that time was Royal Niger Company. But our people, they know how to do business. They bypass them and do their business. They say, no, man are there now. They there, man are there. Man are they do our business, no problem. We could do our business. That is why that envy has been there till today. You can never compete with Igbo man in business. It is something, it's a known fact. It didn't start today, it is in our DNA. That is a true fact. Anything we do it best. That is why, you know, it stokes envy. That is the thing. They thought the Royal Niger Company, they say, okay, you did there, no problem. We know they pursue you, they do your business, we do our business. They know how to bypass them in order to do their business. Because that time, the palm oil was in high demand. The palm oil was in very high demand by Britain. But our ancestors were never passing through the Royal Niger Company. And they surprised the British. Now the Royal Niger Company started lobbying Britain, lobbying the monarchy in order to bring military to fight the Arab Confederacy. Otherwise, they told them, if you leave these people, we with them, we cannot see their back. That is exactly why Britain continues keeping us down with Nigeria under the auspices of the Caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate. Royal Niger Company, they say, look, under fair, equal and fair competitive ground, these Igbo people, this arrow, hey, we cannot see them. We don't understand how they conduct their businesses, and they are moving. They bypass us. We tried to come. They are not fighting us physically, nothing. But they say, okay, leave and let leave. Now with them, they do their business as they do my business. How do they do their businesses? We don't know, and they are progressing. So you better come and destroy Britain. You better come. Destroy them so that we have monopoly. That is the envy. Don't you hear Alhaji telling Kunle that you don't know how they do business. He don't know. No person understands them. He didn't start today. Are you getting it? So, the Arab Confederacy operated an independent and sophisticated political and judicial system centered around the Ubiniobabia Oracle, which resisted British influence and attempts to impose colonial administration and the Queen's peace or peace doctrine. The Confederacy was necessary for the British to establish direct rule and to complete their conquest of the interior. Remember, Ubiniobabia Oracle wielded immense spiritual and judicial authority across the region. Are you getting it? Because it was that our oracle became the highest court of justice. That is our tradition. It was the highest court of justice. Are you getting it? Where people can come and get justice. So Britain saw that, look, if we leave these people like this, we will go empty-handed. So we have to strike them at or in the center of their center of gravity. That is why they demonize our shrines, our oracles. I'm not. These are historical facts. So you see now the reason why Britain fought off the Arab Confederacy. They launched attacks against Arab for them to do what? To be in charge of control the business. Because if had it been the left Arab Confederacy as a structure, as the left Sokoto Caliphate, I'm telling you, Britain will go with nothing. We will not fight them, but we will use our brain in order to make them obsolete in business-wise. No, economically they will become nothing. That is it. Do you see now why they destroyed the Arab Confederacy? I'm coming to where I want to go. Now, when it came to what do you call it? The Yoruba side. The Yoruba. Because that time the Oyo Empire was one of the biggest empire in that side prior to British colonization. But Britain didn't even actually touch Oyo Empire, because Oyo Empire was already in decline because of internal conflicts. In the 19th century, 18th century, 19th century, there were internal conflicts. Are you getting me? You see the Jews, they were not happy because they were all under the Oyo Empire. As Oyo was deteriorating, going down, now Dahomey, all of them that were subjugated under one empire, they rose up, but there was internal strife that weakened Oyo Empire. And moreover, there was this Fulani invasion from the north through Kwara in the 19th century. Are you getting it? Being also facilitated by Afanja, the then Ariona Kakanfo, in order to dethrone his brother. So you see, Britain watched them collapse, and Britain just went. As a child, when we were children in the village that time, early in the morning, you go to Ukumudara. You will see Udara. You don't need to even, struggle. You just wait. You will see in a tree that contains Udara. Some people call Udara apple. No, it's not apple. It's Udara. Any equivalent is Udara. In the afternoon, you see Udara fruit everywhere, thousands and thousands on the tree, and the tree used to be huge. You don't need to this thing yourself, as long as it's not far from your house. Once 5 o'clock, early in the morning, you wake up. Before you go fetch water, you rush, go under Udara tree. Many ripe ones have fallen by itself. You pick as much as you want. As long as you are one of the first people. You might go there and see other children picking. Everybody pick as much as you want and go. So Britain allowed what Oyo Empire crumble. internal fight, and Britain consolidated their position by just going there, watching them as a foreign orderer, pick them. That is how it is. You understand? By 1893, all of Yoruba land was fully incorporated into the British colonial system, marking the final end of the Oyo Empire political independence without having much fight, because Oyo was weak already. Now, when it came to the Sokoto Empire, listen attentively. Britain did not completely destroy the Sokoto Empire. Yes, they conquered them. They started conquering, killing the caliphs between 1897 and 1903. Now, these people, they came and make a deal. The remaining Emir Sultan came as a colonizer. They came and made deal with Britain. Say, please, we shall be vassal. We have a structure. Please, leave us. We will serve you. We become your slaves. But allow us be. We are colonizers like you. Are you getting it? Because this Sokoto Empire, this Sokoto Caliphate you are calling today, Sokoto, is a colonial seat. Sultan of Sokoto is sitting on a colonial seat. And I am telling the northern Nigerians, the Nupe, the Bokos, or the name them, as long as Sultan of Sokoto, that seat continues. It is a colonial seat. There is nothing. The northern people, the northern indigenous people will remain subjugates to the caliphate. That is what the Sokoto Caliphate negotiated with Britain. Britain spared them, spared their structure, that structure they spared. Britain understand that we are going to use these people tomorrow in the Nigeria they are trying to create. So they left the structure, only be managing them. That is from there today. You see the Sokoto you are calling today, the Sultan of Sokoto, that is the co-chair of the Nigerian monarchy or the Nigerian monarchs today. So let me tell you something. The Sokoto Caliphate has been trying to take what Britain gave to them, and that is why you are seeing you that is suffering the genocide. You indigenous people, you Christians, you Nigerian Christians that are suffering, that are bearing the brunt, that are victims of their terrorism. For you, it doesn't make sense to you. For you, Nigeria has failed. No. But for the Sokoto Caliphate, it is a victory. They are trying to take what Britain gave to them through the negotiation prior to 1960. That is why no matter the killings in Nigeria by terrorists, you don't see Britain talk. They don't cough. You don't see them. Because that is what Britain facilitated. Britain has been helping them, laundering even the image of the Sokoto Caliphate. But let me tell you, do not be surprised that the Prime Minister of United Kingdom will be telling Trump that, look, no, this is not about any genocide. Internally, he will be trying to convince Trump that no, don't go that way. We know what is happening. It is our program. Leave it for us. Leave it for us. Remember the Monroe Doctrine of, is it 17th century or 18th century? Remember, no, 18th century. Remember the Monroe Doctrine, that this side is for us, the Europeans, so leave them for us. Britain knew, they know, not knew, they know exactly what is happening in Nigeria. They know. Ask any one of us that cares to know, please, if you see a British high-ranking official in politics, if you near Kemi Badenoch, ask them, ask her, is the head, the now head of British Labour Party. Ask her, what are those terms of negotiation prior to Nigerian independence? Their negotiation, the British negotiations with the Sokoto Caliphate, which they kept secret. Ask her, maybe she knows. This is the reason why Britain is not coughing. Since how many decades? We are murdered. In a day, hundreds of people will be, a village will be wiped out. Britain don't cough. No, they don't talk, because they know what is happening. It is their agreement with the Sokoto Caliphate. As long as the Sultan of Sokoto is still there, as long as this Sokoto you are seeing is still called the Sokoto Caliphate, because they maintained it. Remember, Ottoman Dan Fodio established this Sokoto Caliphate when he started the war 1804 to 1808. He established it 1808, and Sokoto Caliphate, entered the borders. Were even more than Niger, going even to Sudan, down to parts of Burkina Faso today. But the colonial Europeans, Germans, French and English, they destroyed part of it. Whereas in Nigeria, the headquarters, Britain retained that caliphate because they knew that they are going to use them tomorrow. And that tomorrow is what is happening today. I want Nigerians to understand. I want our people to understand what is happening to them. That it is not, you are a cry of, they are killing us. It is what has been programmed right from beginning. That is why we, people called, I was in a space where they are hearing, they call the IPOB miscreants. Those people today, they are showering praises on IPOB. These are the people that I listened to yesterday. I was shocked. And I told them that, look, we are professionals in different fields of life all over the world. You don't know what you are ignorant. I told them in their face that you guys are ignorant. You don't know what you are doing. People that come to save you, you are calling miscreants. So, I want people to understand what is happening to them. Remember, Arrow Confederacy, Britain saw it as a threat because Britain can never operate in a fair, completely fair system for competition. They can never compete on a fair ground. Never. It's impossible. They will take it. They want to take it all. If they compete with Biafrans, we outmaneuver them. They recognize that. That is why they are making sure that we don't rise up. I am telling you honest. Instead, they tap from us individually. They called us, if they're not gong, we need 100,000 people from Africa. That 100,000 people, they will like more than 50,000 from Biafra land in order to come to England to work for them. They love it because they know their experience, even during the slavery, transatlantic slavery, gave them experience that these people are people that they can work, they can improve, build your economy. If you go to compete with them, your ass will be grass. You don't know how they do. So, for Britain, it is destruction. Destroy Biafrans. destroy them. Do not allow them to see the light of the day. That is their policy. That is why you had the policy of the then Governor General or the then Prime Minister of UK during the Nigerian genocidal war against Biafra, Harold Wilson, that even the corpses of thousands or millions of Biafran children will never swing or make Britain to change their policy towards Biafra. That is a heavy statement. We have all these things in our archives. We have them. Because Britain, they know that they can never forget about their being world power. On a fair competitive ground, Britain tried it with Arab Confederacy. It didn't work. Now they say bring them, destroy them. That is why they destroyed Arab Confederacy. When they went to Yoruba land, they saw that Oyo Empire, Yoruba are already destroying themselves. So they just wait until Odarada, they finish being weak, and Britain went and harvested them, reorganized them, put the one they wanted. They became powerless. They went to the Sokoto Caliphate. They now saw, they retained the structure of Sokoto because they know that they cannot do anything, that they are manipulable. They could be used against Biafrans. Look at these three different example or different historical facts. Look at them. Just go, I put it just in a nutshell summary. Just look at them. This is what is playing out today. Now the Sokoto Caliphate, they had the backing of Britain. That is why, despite all the killings, do you remember the 2015 election, presidential election, where Buhari threatened that the blood of baboons and monkeys will flow if he didn't get power? That this and that. People, how many youth couples were killed in the north? Igbo men and women were massacred during that election. Remember, it was Catriona Leong that came and announced that there is no problem, although just few individuals suffered casualties in this election. But overall, everything is okay. That is how they behave. So what is happening in Nigeria, it is British programmed. Go and ask Britain. They know what is happening. Have you ever had Britain make any statement in order to stop what is happening? Britain now, even in governorship election in Nigeria, they will come and tell you, say, British High Commission will tell Nigerians, look, if any person, any governor that did not win, you vex, go to court. Britain. And you say Nigeria is sovereign? No, I want to destroy that fact that Nigeria is sovereign. If Nigeria is sovereign, they should have electricity. Central electricity. They don't have. They have darkness. Are you getting me? If Nigeria is sovereign, their borders will not be porous, for goodness sake. So people that are talking about sovereignty, you are dishonest to yourself. How many times did Nigerians cry? Nigerians cry that, and they say, it is foreigners that are coming to kill Nigerians. We overwhelmed. Rufai said, even I went out to pay foreigners to stop killing Nigerians. And you are talking of sovereignty, you hypocrites. You black monkeys and baboon hypocrites. Many Yorubas now, money has been dispersed for them.
or to them to go online and talk under the image. Oh, you are talking about invasion of Nigeria. So you prefer the terrorists to kill everybody than Donald Trump sending military to destroy the terrorists? Is that what you're tell me what you're talking? Nigerian hypocrites, Nigerians that do not want good things for them. When I see some of all this that the Jews, Yoruba, that Jew, now your eyes are now open about the so-called pastors, that the Yoruba pastors, they are now showing their colors. One of them is this is senior pastor of Guiding Light Assembly, Pastor Wale Adefarisi. You will see useless, foolish Igbo people in his church contributing there. He's showing them a way to see God. You know, here I don't know the worst word I will use on this our people in order to wake them. He says killing of Christians is nothing new. Pastor Adefarasi dismisses United States genocide claims in Nigeria. They massacre every time they massacre Christians in Plateau. They bury them in mass graves. In Benue, the same thing. Even in Enugu, the same thing. Fulani terrorists, they are on the rampage. Their useless argument is, oh no, not only Christians are killed. Okay, now, you know, I don't know. Let me try whether I can bring out this man that I played his clip the other day. Let me see whether I can still see him. He made the right analysis. I know he's an indigenous Hausa from the north. He said something. He said, if you know, everybody was being killed, both the Christians and Muslims, why didn't Muslims lobby go and complain? Why were they bearing the brunt? No. Somebody should tell me, why were they bearing the brunt quietly? Because it is their fellow Muslims killing them. So when Christians go and complain and the help is coming, everybody says, no, it is everybody being killed, so therefore don't intervene. Leave the killing to continue. Leave it like that. Is that what you mean? No. I ask useless, wicked, dishonest Nigerians. Yes, I've seen it. Let me play it a bit because I have other tapes to play. Please listen. I want you to listen. I played it the other day, but listen again. Please, because it gets to the answer. Yes, I've seen it. Let me play it a bit because I have other tapes to play. Please listen. I want you to listen. I played it the other day, but listen again. Please, because it gets to listen. I want you to listen. I played it the other day, but listen again. Please, because it gets to
genocide. So an action is going to be taken against them.
If all these official weapons, Nigerian weapons, are finding their way to the terrorists, and these terrorists are using it to kill Nigerians, committing genocides in Christian communities, what then should you think? What is the conclusion? Is Nigerian government not complicit? No, tell me. Why then should people be angry that Trump spoke up and wants to take action?
Why? You know, we want you, we pinpoint you to logic for you to think, if you want or if you care to use your brain. But I've seen that many people, many Yorubas today, they have lost it. They are the epitome of tribal bigotry. I am saying it on air. When I read some things or when I hear them speak in this time around, I want to vomit because a Yoruba man is in power. This is where they differ from us. An Igbo man will see something bad. It doesn't matter his brother. You say no, brother, no. Even if he's my brother in Japan, no, I will not support him. Things are bad. You know, Nigeria is trying to corrupt our DNA. I am telling you. So that even we will start defending criminality in our land in the name of, oh, it is our brother. But we will never accept it. We are pure people. We are pure. Nigeria is they are trying to use Nigeria in order to destroy our purity of thought. Continue listening.
Of concern with that designation is that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is not just standing on the CPC designation.
You know, just like, let me add to what I said. You know, if it's an Igbo president, for example, and this thing is happening, it is even many Igbos that will even go against him, say, yes, Trump, let him come. This man is not doing anything. He has been compromised by the Fulani. And when we exhibit this purity of character, the same other people, the Yorubas and the Fulani, they will say, Igbos hate themselves. Look at, they are even fighting their brother. Do you see one of the things they are using against us? Because we hate evil. But because of the devilish mindset they have, they defend the evil because it is their brother. But they are, they are patriotic. Oh God. They are not ethnic bigots, no. You know, a pot telling charcoal that you are black is very funny.
He is also requesting that the House Appropriation Committee chairman and some of the committee responsible, like Tom Riley, to sit down and come back and report to him. And he claims that he will not stand idle by to see fellow Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Most possibly, there is a program or a plan for the boots to be on the ground in order to help prevent the genocide. Most possibly, this is also one of the factors that they are likely going to consider. It means that the general failure of Nigerian leadership may lead to the U.S. boots on the ground in Nigerian soil. And this is very, very damaging to this country. So it means that there is a general vote of no confidence on the current leadership system of the country. They believe that there is a general failure of leadership to provide security of life and property, and that they must do something extra to be able to help in provision of this protection for the life and property of some of the citizens in Nigeria that they're concerned about, especially the Christians. And I believe that's what he's trying to do. So here is what I want to say. The Muslims in this country should not see this as a direct attack against them. Rather, it's a direct attack against the militant terrorist organization.
Now, if people are of goodwill and conscience, they shouldn't see this as an attack against Nigeria. You are not able to contain the terrorists. Now, somebody said, okay, as you are not able, because it is what the Nigerian military hierarchy has been going on saying, that, oh, we are overwhelmed, defend yourself. These people, we don't have enough manpower. We cannot this and that. Giving excuses. Now somebody, Donald Trump said, okay, as you cannot do it, I am going to come and kill all the terrorists. Now all hell break loose. No, don't come. Why should you come? The sovereignty of Nigeria. Oh, is a sovereign country. Oh, yeah. A sovereign country that cannot defend the citizens. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you are telling me? We should continue suffering. People will continue dying avoidable deaths. You know, genocides will continue. Just for you to claim that you have sovereignty. That sovereignty, my foot. I say, that sovereignty, my foot.
So, and there should be no issue of anger pointed towards some Christian population simply because of this is happening, but rather there should be a general consensus and understanding between the citizens of Nigeria so that we should all understand that there is a failure of leadership in the country, especially the political leadership and the security leadership to provide the necessary protection.
The failure of the leadership is voluntary. It is something, it is voluntary. It is the caliphate, this Fulani caliphate project and agenda that is championing this failure. It is something voluntary. They are doing it, they love it. When you listen to Sheikh Gumi, you understand that no, this is their agenda. For them, after they will, inside them, they say, nah, it is going, the plan is going. Let us continue pushing. And we come out and do press conference. You see, these people you call terrorists, they are not. Don't blame them for what is happening. Blame the Nigerian government because he continued defending them, talking rubbish, giving excuses for terrorists to continue increasing.
That is required for a peaceful and prosperous society, and that is what led us to this problem. So the problem should be viewed from the lens of being generic, not from the lens of being religious division that will lead to religious division between the Christians and the Muslims. And do not forget, the only interest group that went to the United States to present in the US Congress this concern are the Christian population.
This is where I want to hitch. The only interest group that wants to complain is the Christian community, championed by Biafrans, IPOB. Are you getting it? Because if other people like the Muslims say, okay, they are being killed, why don't they complain? No. Tell me now. Why then should their killing be used as a leverage? Say, as all of them are being killed, both the Christians and Muslims. Now let us leave it like that. Trump has no right. No, he said he wants to come to the aid of those that complains to him. Why didn't the fellow Muslims go and complain? Say they are killing us. They said no. It is part of the collateral damage for the jihadism. So it is our thing. Don't complain. After all, the terrorist groups that came, it is still them, the Muslim indigenous population, non-Fulani, that accommodate them. Example is Lukrawa. I read how they say Lukrawa existed. I'm talking of Lukrawa. The population, the Muslim indigenous community, accommodated them, gave them whatever they want, gave them food, accommodated them in their houses, in their mosques, until they monitored, they gained ground. They told them that no, though we are Islamic fighters, but we don't target you. We are here to protect you. So they accommodated them. When they got ground, they started unleashing mayhem against them, against those indigenous non-Fulani Muslims that accommodated them. Do you see that? That is it. Why did they accommodate terrorists in the first place? It is because they use religious sentiments. The Fulani terrorists, they make use of religious sentiments. Oh, we are Muslims. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. and they enter. They enter. Once they enter, they get ground, they monitor, they know everything. Now they unleash mayhem. They pursue you. They don't care. As long as you are not Fulani, they kill all of you and take over your land. That is how they behave. So why don't they report? That is a commonsensical question. And that is the point this man is making. He's a Muslim, Adamu. He said, why didn't the Muslims that are suffering, why didn't they also call the international community to come to their aid? As the Christians we are lamenting, lobbying, the IPOB firing. Why did they keep quiet? Because they are vindictive. That, after all, it is their... Sheikh Gumi said, all those Fulani terrorists are their freedom fighters. Do you see that? So, why will you blame Trump? Why will you now all of a sudden start invoking sovereignty of Nigeria? Sovereignty, my foot.
Possibly, if there is a Muslim population's delegation that also found their way to the Congress and expressed concern about the genocidal killings that takes place against Muslim population in Nigeria by the same terrorists, maybe that designation will have also happened.
Will also have happened.
We shouldn't target.
Are you seeing it? What he said. Had it been the Muslim population also went to the American Parliament and complained, continued lobbying, maybe Trump would have also taken action. Said, no, don't kill. There is Muslim genocide going on, so I need to protect them. But because there are Fulani terrorists, land grabbers, being brought from outside Nigeria, from all over Africa into Nigeria to grab lands. Now when they come, they use Islamic sentiments. Sultan of Sokoto knows what I'm saying more than anybody. He knows. He is the #1 sponsor of what is happening. Sultan of Sokoto. As long as that throne of colonialism remains, because that Sokoto Caliphate is a colonial siege, it should be destroyed, it should be pursued as British colonialism was sent off Nigeria. That is how Sokoto's caliphate should be destroyed. But as long as Sultan of Sokoto is still on siege, no, forget it. Nigerians, so forget it. They are in charge as the colonial masters. Are you getting it?
It as one religion trying to confront the other, or Christians are trying to confront the Muslims in Nigeria. No, we should see it as the citizens that are supposed to be protected by the security and the leadership of the state that has failed, and that is why the US is trying to do that. And the US is likely doing that because only the Christian population went and reported the issue, to the Congress. Should the Muslim also go and report, they may likely be designated. So this should not instigate any religious differences in Nigeria.
Do you see it now? I played this the other day, and I am replaying it today for you to understand. So you see some of all these bigots, mostly the Yoruba, they are trying to protect their man, their brother. Is in power. So whatever you are, they are trying to remove our man from power. They disregard the lives that are being lost. They disregard the children that are orphaned by these terrorists. They disregard Christian communities that are wiped out in Benue, Plateau. They disregard Christian woman beheaded. They disregard Deborah Samuel that was burnt alive by a mob. The woman that videoed the whole thing was arrested by the governor. I think he's still in jail. Whereas the people that committed that heinous, very primitive, heinous crime They were all released and even compensated. This is the Nigeria sovereignty that you want. I say that sovereignty, my foot. You see the Sultan of Sokoto, that seat, that throne. We must make sure that we highlight that throne to the whole world. It is a colonial throne that is still in existence. He should be removed the same way. I mean, that throne should be removed the same way the British flag was removed. What do they call it? King Jack, I don't know, was removed from Nigeria. Otherwise, the northern Nigeria will still be under him, under the Sokoto Caliphate, and they continue expanding down south. That is it. Now, I want you to listen to Daniel Bwala, the Foka man. You know, Wanza Kurunko, they call Gakane. That is Daniel Bwala. Daniel Bwala now is on the forefront. They are always the same thing. He's a Christian from Borno State, born in Borno, according to what I saw on him. And he's now going hater-skater. He's championing the whole thing now, the whole propaganda, Nigeria propaganda. When they finish using him, by that time he start regretting. Akbagoya. Maybe they will even kill him. Look at how cheap, very cheap they are. Very, very cheap they look. It's just like Soludo statement. Look at them. What matters to him is his to win the election, I think on 12th. That is his all he doesn't care again. Or now that those that are committing crime in Anambra State is they bear Christian names. Where the world is talking something very serious and pertinent. Honorable criminals in Southeast Forest killing people, bear Christian names. It says Anambra governor. Salute. Sometimes in the Igbo politicians, how they have made themselves irrelevant. Why not keep quiet? Must you talk? Or at least to so that your masters, your Fulani Caliphate masters will be happy with you. Don't worry, Soludo will remember you. They will remember you, don't worry. Let me continue what I'm saying. Now, I will play this clip. Daniel Bwala. I will listen to him.
The solution are not the problem. And, he's saying, but we as a country, we try to be responsible enough to focus on the solution and not the problem.
What solution? This is Daniel Bwala on Russia Today, Russia television. He said, we as a responsible government, which responsible you are. When citizens are murdered, you have refugee camps in Nigeria that contains millions of Nigerians, and you say that you are not at war. People are talking of sovereignty. There are, Nigerian refugees in Niger Republic, in Benin Republic, even in Cameroon, and you are not ashamed. You are invoking a sovereignty. Which kind of sovereign country you are? Helicopters and aeroplanes are moving back and forth into Nigeria, supplying weapons to these Fulani terrorists, and you don't know them. The Fulani terrorist bandits, they are moving with thousands of motorcycles every day on Nigerian roads. The Nigerian military don't see them, and you say you are sovereign. For goodness sake, shame unto anybody, any Nigerian. Shame unto you defending Nigeria.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Not only you, your generations should be ashamed of you today. I'm telling you. You are responsible. Which kind of responsibility you are claiming?
And our point is this. There have been killings in Nigeria because of the exceptional situation that we find ourselves.
What is the exceptional situation, please? You know, he is talking about solution. And he don't want to explain what exceptional situation a country should be, and you cannot get out of it. You cannot find solution to it. The Nigerian government always keep, you know, they give order to soldiers not to pursue the terrorists. It is order from above. Listen to it. Listen. I played it the other day. Listen to it again. I have many of them, but listen to this one.
No, thank you.
These are Nigerian soldiers, and I played it the other day. Listen to it again. I have many of them, but listen to this one.
No, thank you.
These are Nigerian soldiers. Quagmire like this, hijacked by the Sokoto Caliphate. You see that Sokoto Caliphate? It must be destroyed. It must be destroyed, honestly. The same way Union Jack was expelled from Nigeria in the flag independence of Nigeria. That is, for Nigerians to even have independence, Sokoto throne, that Sultan of Sokoto throne should be abolished. Because it maintains the presence of the Sokoto Caliphate. It represents the Sokoto Caliphate being in charge of them. Go and study about the Sokoto Caliphate. It was formed from the War of Ottoman and Fodio 1804 to 1808. It was formed 1808. Established. And it's still going on in Nigeria. And it is that Sokoto Caliphate that they want to, to caliphate everybody in Nigeria, including the South. Dr. Badia Mailafia warned the Southerners, both the Southeast and the Southwest, that is the East and West, that they are coming. You see these Fulani terrorists, once they have stronghold in the Middle Belt, they will launch. They don't stop until they reach the ocean. So don't feel that you are safe. No. Don't feel that you are safe. These are things that IPOB saw and started shouting and working hard to stop it. But idiots are calling IPOB names, calling us miscreants. You see those that are calling us miscreants, tomorrow they will destroy their properties in Lagos and they start shouting. They are marginalizing us. And say, they are marginalizing you. When we are shouting it, you call us miscreants, for goodness sake. That's why I'm sick and tired of even watching their let them demolish all the Igbo properties in Lagos. I don't give a damn. Because these are foolish people. Very foolish people. Continue listening to the cry of Nigerian soldiers that are under colonization of the caliphate. Order came from above. Do not pursue the bandits that are killing you. Do not kill them. Do not leave, stop. And tomorrow they will come and kill all of these idiots. I call Nigerians idiots, honestly.
Enough is enough. Thank you. They are playing politics with people. There's so much into this ground. Without ammo, without ammunition. We have to call walk this very particular area within a single of a second. I know what Cantavos can do. Good or fine? I know what Cantavos can do. Good to go. How many bandits are inside this booth? Good to go. Playing politics. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there. Saying that we should not even do that we should not go after them.
They call them, they call their commander that stop pushing, don't go after them. Let them kill you. Bear it. You are suffering for Nigeria. It is good. It is your cross to carry. That is what they brainwash them with. The spare bandits. Tomorrow they'll call them repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram. And they put them back into the military. Nigerians are foolish, honestly. Nigerians are foolish. Listen to this Daniel Buwala. When they are using you, money is coming, they give you private jet to fly around all over the world. You think that you have arrived, but they don't care about the destruction they are causing for their people. They don't think about it. Okpa Biasika was there, gallivanting, used by Gawan. Where is Okpa Biasika today? The whole children, they changed their name because their father committed atrocity. He committed abomination by fighting against his own people openly, not secretly. So the children, grandchildren today, all of them changed their surname so that they will never be known. Is it a good thing? The answer is no. But when his father was gallivanting, flying everywhere, being given first class private jet, he thought that you open his mouth like Daniel Buwala. No, there is nothing that is happening. Biafrans, I'm an Igbo man. Biafrans are rebels. They are the cause of, there is no famine happening. Oh no, but today is dead. Where are his children? Can any of his children or grandchildren or great-grandchildren rise up to come up today and say, I am of Aseka's family? No, because they know that I am a Rala. And if we continue following that generation, that family, both to father and mother side, that is what this man is committing. Fulani, they know how to use you. Before you understand, they give you money. What is money? Is it their money? It is that natural, so-called Nigerian natural resources. It is what they are using in order to advance their agenda, their projects. That is it. So they give to you crumbs and you mess up, continue messing up. This is what Daniel Buhari is doing.
Our government has made massive...
He knows how to speak good English. So he is intelligent. That is what Nigerians will be. He is intelligent. Like Femi Kayode. He feels that he is intelligent. You don't know that he is stupidity. History, Kayode, I don't blame him, like father, like son. His father betrayed Awolowo. So betrayal is in their blood. That is it. Continue listening.
Has made massive progress in the fight against insecurity, and we're calling on Donald Trump to assist us with military apparatus that is requisite for us to fight insecurity. We do not need the boots of the American soldiers in our soil.
And to give you a weapon, when you collect a weapon, you cannot manufacture. You don't even care to manufacture because you don't even care to put electric. Nigeria, the caliphate is so wicked. They suffer the population to the highest. You see, ordinary energy, electric, central electricity. You will pay, just give it to the people. Provide it for the people. They say no. Because if the people have electricity, millions and millions will have direct job. People will start, even seeing light, physical light. And from physical light, they will start seeing even internal light. They will start making researches. So they don't want it. The caliphate say, keep these people in darkness. With the help of Britain. They say, keep the population in darkness. Do you know that if any Nigerian president that come into power and leave every other thing and put electricity 247, that person will be celebrated forever. Do you know that? But they don't do it. They will not do it. they suffer the population because they know that if the population rise up, they will chop them raw. So Britain always tell them, the caliphate, in collaboration with that evil caliphate represented by Sultan of Sokoto, do not allow these people to see road. Keep them in perpetual darkness. Let them be buying generators, be breathing hazardous compounds, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and be dying and be mad, so that they will not think about their future. So that whenever there is election or electioneering campaign, you throw them one packet of Indomie and they're okay. You give them 1,000 naira, they're okay. They praise you. This is what breathing in of polluted air is causing. This is it. So they don't want the people to see road, so that you don't ever question them, and somebody will be coming to invoke Nigeria has natural resources, and I ask, your natural resources, is it for you? Do you even know about it? Where the past generals, the former governor of Edo State revealed, he said it openly. He said the insecurity in the north also, they have former generals, former presidents that have private armies, militias, terrorists that are scaring villagers, killing wiping out communities so that they can be mining. They have private aerodromes, taking gold, taking silver, taking other rare earth materials from northern Nigeria direct to Dubai, direct to London, direct, without nothing, without transiting any other place, direct. So that is the natural resources you are protecting. What is the benefit of that? Goddamn the natural resource to Nigerians. You don't see all of us run away from our land. From Imo State, we have the largest deposit of gas in Africa. But here we are scavenging everywhere around the world. And you are telling me of natural resources? Go to Uguta. There is no road in Uguta. And you are telling me of natural resources? Oh, how can Trump come? Let him take everything. Let him bomb all of them and let America take all. Because these people are evil. Instead, they bank the whole money abroad. They bank all the money abroad, buy properties abroad. That is why they are fidgeting. All of them are shaking. Very mad, primitive set of people. Very primitive looters. When you see them, is it not Colin Powell during Obasanjo regime? He said, if you see every Nigerian politician, in his face, you see that he's a criminal. A very big. He said you will see it in that time. I think he said it in a way, and the Nigerians started attacking him. Nigerians love they want to maintain that we are sovereign country. You are sovereign country, and the Fulani are killing all of you. You are shouting every day. When you look at the faces of all the Nigerian politicians, you see primitive looters. You see criminality in their faces. They don't look like even the faces of other politicians, even in other parts of Africa. No. I'm not even talking of other parts of in Africa. Nigerian politicians, you see them. You see that evil wickedness in their faces. Primitive looters. Criminality in their faces. Look them very well. Continue listening.
Soldiers in our soil. There has to be a respect. We do not need the boots of the American soldiers in our soil. There has to be a respect of our territorial integrity.
Your territorial integrity, you are respecting that Bala Mohammed told you that they are bringing the whole Fulanis of this whole world of Africa to Nigeria to settle. And they are committing atrocities. Do you ever see Nigerians ask Bala Mohammed, say, why don't you respect Nigeria's territorial integrity? He dismissed territorial integrity of Nigeria. I mean the governor of Bauchi State, Bala Mohammed. He said that there is now, for a Fulani man, there is nothing like Nigeria. Fulani is he is a Fulani by nationality. You talk about Nigeria, say you cannot restrict him. He moves in and moves out at will. He comes there, they settle him using Nigerian funds. So there is nothing you can do. There, they don't invoke territorial integrity. Very wicked set of human beings. Do you see this Sokoto Caliphate? We shall remember him. Honestly speaking. Do you see the Sultan of Sokoto? That is he is the chief. When he come out, he talk politically correct. Because that is throne of Sokoto Caliphate, the Sultan of Sokoto. It is a colonial throne, colonizer's throne, until it's destroyed. All these things will never stop. That's why let Trump come. Are you going to tell somebody from Ohaji that if you fly down from Germany, you don't even see roads to go to your village, but they build the state-of-the-art gas processing plant in Ohaji that is ready to supply Europe, but they don't have road in Ohaji. The Ohaji community in diaspora are contributing money to build the police station in their community, for goodness sake. And you're telling me of natural resources? Donald Trump may also now use a tomahawk. Anything that can destroy, destroy, please. We beg you, destroy. These people, they are not supposed to live. I'm telling you, destroy. They are evil. They are completely evil. Continue listening to this man.
If the story or the report is correct, then it fits into the narrative of creating a problem, provide solution, and reinvent yourself. You see, as a government, we don't want to heat up the polity, but if you recall, there was a congressional hearing in the United States where the U.S. congressman, I think Scott Perry, who was holding, I think, a hearing with the CIA, in which he mentioned that the CIA funded Boko Haram, ISIS, and Saudi. Okay.
If what you are saying now, okay, let's assume it's okay, yes. You say the accusation, they funded Boko Haram, okay, let's agree. What did you do as a responsible government? As a sovereign country? What did you do? You keep on waiting, cooling down. You wait, you cannot do nothing, and it is now you want to invoke sovereignty, which means you are a piece of SHIT machine. If you had that, the America is funding Boko Haram, then you just keep on and say, you keep quiet. You say, no, we can't do nothing. What is the need of your sovereignty? What is the need of you being a country? Is it now you are going to invoke it? Donald Trump, please. I'm using this medium, you know now, please, as I'm talking, strike. We want you to strike Nigeria with hellfire missiles, please. Because these people are evil. They want to destroy the indigenous population, to clear everybody for the Fulani Caliphate. That is what they want. And we will remember the Sokoto Caliphate. We will remember him. Don't worry. We remember him. We run programs on that throne. So this man is making this allegation or conclusion. Okay, if it's okay, yeah. What did Nigeria do since that time? Since that congressional hearing, revelation from that congression, what did they do? As a sovereign country, they are invoking. They hear that America CIA was funding Boko Haram. As a responsible country, what do you expect? They will go into deeper investigation, collaborate with other secret services, and bring proofs, and then take America to United Nations, expose them, expose the CIA, say stop doing this. We are a sovereign country, but they keep quiet. These people, do they need to leave? Please.
Now he's using all this sentiment to come to tell you why so starting a problem and coming back to solve it, because you are a non-existent country. That is it. Trump calls you shithole. That is what you are. Stop making noise.
Kinds of insecurity in Nigeria and its environment. And this is not the American lawmakers. It is a U.S. congressman under oath was questioning the CIA director, and he was saying that all of the funding for that was passed through the USAID. Now, but that's their domestic issue, and as a country, we know that.
No, you see how stupid they are. This man is. He said this is their domestic issue. Something, a revelation that was made that concerns your country, which you should take up. He said, no, that is their domestic issue. I'm telling you honestly. No, sometimes now let me finish it and open the lines, please, because this one, sometimes they say no comment. The stupidity is stinking. You saw a country funding through their secret service, funding terrorism in your own country, and you say no, you wave it out with you say no, this is their domestic issue, it doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. And you see that these terrorists, Boko Haram, are killing people in your country. And you say, no, it doesn't concern me. It's an American domestic issue. Whether they fund Boko Haram or they don't fund, it doesn't concern me. Now, why are you talking now? You know, I don't know. A work with the journalists, no, I don't know. Please, if you eventually see this Daniel Boal anywhere in the world, any part of the world, ask him. So, you allege, according to you, you are representing a government, a regime now, Nigeria as a country. Now, you are saying this with your mouth. That, okay, there were a few years back, the congressional hearing, CIA director was questioned under oath, and he agreed that they, through USAID, that they are funding Boko Haram. Now you wave it away. You say, no, I don't want to go into that because it's an American domestic issue. It doesn't concern you. But they are doing something catastrophic to your country. And there's a sovereign country you are claiming now. You don't want to dive into it because it is not your problem. Are you not a fool? No. Does that country even need to exist? No. Trump, strike now, please. And even strike indiscriminately, because these people are not fit to live on this planet Earth. They are shame. They shame me. Look at what a person representing a government is saying. That they had that CIA was sponsoring Boko Haram to kill their fellow citizens, but he said no, it doesn't concern us. It's an American internal issue. Even Trump will look at this person and say, you are an idiot. You are an idiot. Simple, he will qualify you, say, hey, you're an idiot. I'm telling you. The way they reason, you think that they are making points, only they speak English. By speaking English, they think they are intelligent. Speaking another man's language, you think you are intelligent? No. You standardize your intelligence by, the language you speak. How fluent you can speak English. Come on, man, get over it. You are simply a slave, nothing more. That's why even I am happy next week on Space we discuss about whether the Northerners, whether they are real illiterates, as we call them. We'll discuss about it. So look at what this man is blabbing. Let me finish it, please.
USAID. Now, but that's their domestic issue, and as a country, we CIA director, and he was saying that all of the funding for that was passed through the USAID. Now, but that's their domestic issue. And as a country, we know that if we begin to focus on the problems, we might not find a solution, especially when we know there are pretexts in some of these geopolitical drama. And, it's saying, but we as a country, we try to be responsible enough to...
So this man should get lost from me, I'm telling you. Let me play again before I enter into few minutes break. Listen again to the Nigerian patriotic soldiers, or soldiers of a sovereign country that are recruited to die for Nigeria, fighting Fulani terrorists. All of a sudden they are pursuing the terrorists on motorcycle to kill them. Other came from above, say, no, stop pursuing them, don't ever shoot them. How many times have you heard from soldiers directly that they are giving secret orders never to kill any Boko Haram, rather to catch them? To catch them with hand, not to kill them. And he said, averagely, to catch a Boko Haram terrorist, it takes the life of 8 Nigerian soldiers to catch one alive. Because if you kill any Boko Haram terrorist, you will be executed as a Nigerian military. This is a country, their sovereign country, as some Yorubas are purveying. Very loathsome. Listen what they are suffering.
Enough is enough. Thank you. They are playing politics with people's lives. They so much into this ground. With that armor, with that ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a single of a second. I know what kind of us can do. Good or fine. I know what kind of us can do. Good to go. How many parties are inside this booth? Good to go. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the pub there.
Saying that we should not even do
that we should not go after them. Enough is enough. Thank you.
This is they are armed though, but they are crying. What that's why I like Oyibo people. You see concussions. There are things they cannot endure, honestly speaking. Now these people, they are armed to the teeth with armored personnel carriers, armored bulldozers. What stops them from turning around and moving down to Asorok, blastering their way to Asorok, killing every politician they see? No, they are complaining. They have guns. As they complain now, maybe most of them have been sent and sabotaged, and Boko Haram or these Fulani terrorists have killed them. Some others will be arrested and, charged under the military law, or their so-called military law. They complain, you have arms. They don't shame. It's a very big pity that we find ourselves existing in this type of Homo sapiens. Honestly, sometimes it pains me. Even maybe 4th century. By now, your organic body have turned into crude oil. At least a moto or by now, because how can people be behaving like this? How can people be so dishonest like this? This is what I used to ask. Anyway, as for Biafrans, we cannot allow ourselves, to be compromised. Seeing all these things and, all these painful reactions, all these painful actions. No, we must get out of Nigeria, honestly. This is where I'm going to stop. I'll go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open the lines. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
In the African nation of Nigeria, millions of Christians are persecuted by Islamic terror groups. The Nigerian government is doing very little to stop the attacks. Well, now religious freedom advocates, including one member of the U.S. Congress, are taking action. CBN's Kelly Wright has this look at the crisis.
On this very day, 210 persons were slaughtered in one night, in less than 24 hours.
The video from the Father's Day massacre includes graphic images of people being burned alive. families attacked, and homes destroyed in Yelawata, Nigeria.
That very day, it was raining. So, Fulani herdsmen, they invaded the community and claimed so many lives.
Around 12 midnight, we started having calls from Yelawata that the Fulanis have come and they are killing, burning.
Friday night, I was leaving my house. See my house there. I come here, they shoot gun. Later, they come, they break the house. Where my brother is sleeping here with his children. Thereby, they come, they kill people. They were breaking the house. Say, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar.
These first-hand accounts gathered by Truth Nigeria journalists describe the ongoing atrocities in a terror campaign to eradicate Nigeria's Christians. Judd Saul, filmmaker and missionary, the organizer of Equipping the Persecuted, highlighted this documentary as a way to sound the alarm.
We need to fight this thing threefold. One, America as a government needs to get involved with a very little. I'm talking very little of our resources. If we just did the very little bit of push an aggressive foreign policy, throw some sanctions, whatever it takes, I think we can put a significant dent in this and put a stop to this.
U.S. Representative Chris Smith of New Jersey, who has traveled to many dangerous areas in Nigeria, has introduced a resolution in Congress to help stop attacks fueled by religious hatred.
There has been an exponential increase in attacks on Christians and some Muslims, but Christians in particular. Protestants, evangelicals, Catholics, they're firebombing their churches. The Fulani are killing them with absolute impunity. We've called on the government in Abuja and the president several times to do what governments do, law enforcement. Use the military if you have to, but stop this genocide and do it now.
The resolution points to Nigeria's government's apparent open border policy that allows almost free access to the country. Fulani militants and ISIS-linked extremist groups from neighboring countries take advantage of this policy to carry out mass murder, rape, and kidnappings.
We're also calling on President Trump to reissue, which he did in his first term, the designation of country of particular concern, and that then gives the president wide latitude to impose sanctions. It's an excellent bill when it's used properly. It gets the attention of all the policymakers, in this case in Abuja. It says, we're not kidding.
During a White House press briefing, I asked Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt about the crisis in Nigeria. And do you know if there's any action that the president will take?
I'm not tracking a call between the president and the head of Nigeria. I know the president wholeheartedly condemns the persecution of Christians or, frankly, of people of any faith all over the world, but I don't have any updates for you in terms of sanctions in this part of the world.
Looking beyond any government response, Judd Saul is calling on the church and Christians in America to stand with the persecuted in Nigeria.
They need to pray. They need to be a voice for the voiceless. They need to be a voice for our persecuted brothers and sisters.
Kelly Wright, CBN News.
Well, whatever pressure we can put on the Nigerian government, we need to put it on the Nigerian government. They're the one responsible for the safety of their own citizens, and to let these armed groups have sort of free reign in the northern part of Nigeria makes no sense, and I don't understand that these sort of continual struggles coming out of Nigeria. You need to establish law and order in your own country. You can't have your women, your girls kidnapped. You can't have people murdered in the streets. You can't have these churches burned to the ground. All of that is happening, and it's happening on their watch. So whatever we can do as United States citizens to petition our government and to support this bill in Congress, and then move on the administration and the State Department to do the very necessary work of saying, look, it's time for you to stand up for your own people. It's time for you to protect Nigerians. So let's do our part, and hopefully the government there will respond and do.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land. And we are here live and direct. Today is the 3rd day of the 11th month, being November 2025, being Monday, 3rd of for now. Our lines are now opened and our WhatsApp and Signal line remains +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I repeat once more, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view, please. Remember, what we are saying is factual, because what is happening in Nigeria, either Nigeria is destroyed in order to save the lives of people, or people continue dying avoidable deaths, genocides continue happening, and Nigeria, in order to save Nigeria unity, according to the caliphate, all is unity, unity, Nigeria, unity. No, we are one people. No, we are not. We are not, for your information. Therefore, as I said, you can call us and give us your view, please. Our lines have been opened. Mazi, I don't know. Mazi Joe, can you hear me? Are you there?
Yes, I'm with you, Mazi.
There, well, please go on. You are the first caller.
A very good evening, Mazi.
There, well.
Mazi, in the past, should I say like 72 hours now, just ordinary 72 hours, they are running from pole to pole. You see, they are not ready yet Nigerians are not ready yet to be free. You know, they are not ready yet to be free. Because if they are ready to be free, they would have taken advantage of these past 2-3 days. At least for the past 5 days that this news has been out. They would have taken this advantage, come out in mass, march all around everywhere, all over the country, and let's see if the police or army will be able to kill any one of them. You know, there is something that you used to say that our people, there's a way that you used to put it. These people are not ready for conversation. They are not ready for freedom. If they know the power that Donald Trump statement gave to them, they would have woken up. The ones up north that the things are even affecting, they are still sitting down for over 24 hours. They are not doing anything. So they now believe that the man will just send plane or warship just like that, without them standing up for themselves. Our people are not ready, Mazi. They're even our Igbo kids and kids, they are not even ready. If they know what this advantage that this man has given to them, they know what it means. Mazi, Nigeria should be boiling hot by now. Hot water, it will be boiling. But look at them. The Yoruba Christian defending Muslims that are killing people that he's preaching to every day. Look at this church up north, Ekwa. That church, they have lost more members than any other church in the north. Where are they today? Are they not supposed to take the advantage of what this man said? But all of them are sitting, sleeping, afraid to fight for their own rights. Our people are not ready. They are not ready. They are not ready. They are not ready. That's all I can say, Mazi, before anger enter. Okay, Mazi.
There were. We must make them to be ready. That is it. The actions of IPOB should energize. That is it. Whether they like it or not. If they are not ready, we are ready. In order to move out of that shithole called Nigeria. They love Nigeria all of a sudden. Nigerian sovereignty. Look at Nigerian sovereignty. We are terrorists are pouring in from every corner. And the Nigerian military tells you, they are overwhelmed. They cannot defend the citizens. Defend yourself. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Mazi Obasi, hold on, not you, please. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Somebody is online on WhatsApp. I don't know why you're not talking. Caller on WhatsApp, can you please go on? Don't occupy and you don't talk. Mazi, please go on. Go on. Bapu also. There is no time.
Good evening, sir. I want to commend you on the teachings that you are. I want to commend you, Mazi, based on the teachings that you are giving to our people.
Mazi, are you talking? Why are you stopping? Why are you stopping? If you are not stopping, I take another call. Please, if you are not talking, please. Go on.
Okay, I want to commend you on based on the teachings that you are giving to our people. And if you can see that our people are waking up gradually. And secondly, I want to commend the IPOB worldwide based on their work, the beautiful work they are doing for our people.
Mazi, what do you? I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Please, if you are not concentrated, I have to take another caller. Sorry, we are not in a joke here. Please, you are sorry for yourself. Don't sorry for me. Mazi Obasi, please go on. When you call here, if you are not concentrated, don't call. Don't call. Mazi Obasi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
There we Mazi.
Loud and clear, I can hear you.
There we.
Greetings to you, Mazi Jonathan, and greetings to all our listeners. Mazi Jonathan, I was listening to one sheikh, though the audio is in Hausa, Sheikh Imam Munir Adam Koza. He was sharing an experience he had. And I'm sharing this because of our Hausa friends and brothers. Brothers in the sense that we are all together in this operation and the deliberate and well orchestrated plan to be conquered. We are together suffering from that. He said he was invited to a meeting in one of the states, and in this meeting you have every Islamic preacher, every influential person from the north, those who are influential in the sense of being, internet influencers, and those who are influential in terms of having a lot of people that listen to them to preach. In other words, all the people that can help in shaping public opinion were invited to that meeting. And this meeting was headed by security personnel, by heads of securities, by kings. And in that meeting, they were called to be given instructions on how they should speak publicly concerning what is happening in the north and all over Nigeria. One, they were told that whenever they go out there that they should tell the whole world that the Fulanis are doing what they are doing because they were unfairly treated. One. Secondly, that because they are unfairly, they were treated unfairly, that people should not blame them so much. Instead, people should sympathize with them and support the need for the Fulani people to be, for a peace deal to be brokered among them. And also that they should, because that they have been doing these things, they should be given arms so that they can be able to protect, their people from those who are attacking them. And these are the things they were asked to go out there and propagate. So he raised his hand, though it was his first time in the meeting. He raised his hand and he said he has a question. And he began to speak. He said that he supports what the KB governor is doing because the KB governor, brought, civilians that are locals and he armed them to go and fight. But he is completely against the pardoning of people who have killed human beings. Now, don't forget that this sheikh is a Hausa sheikh. That he is against that even the Quran supports that whoever kills needs to be killed. He said, if you forgive these people, what you are telling them is that it is good to kill. If you forgive these people, and we are here as preachers going about preaching that these people should be forgiven, they were badly treated, they were doing, all sort of things. What do you tell the children of those whose parents were killed by these same people? And he said, even before he could finish what he was saying, someone had to shut him up. And the person quoted to him somewhere in the Quran saying that the people who fought against Prophet Muhammad, at a point, he had to forgive them and even make the person a commander of his army. Now, why am I saying this? Why do I have to go and bring this guy's exposition? It is because we have to understand that these things that these people are doing, it's not about Islam. We keep saying this, even though some of our brothers on the other side might think otherwise, but Islam is only a cover. The Fulanis are on a rampage. And this sheikh finally said that after that meeting, he heard that other meetings have been held both in Abuja, in Kano, in Zamfara, in Adamawa, and he has never been invited ever again. Ever again. That he was never invited to these meetings ever again. Now, this man is a Muslim. Why is he against what they are saying? Because he knew that what they are saying ideally should be completely out of any kind of consideration. But because it is a Fulani agenda, they have to do it and say it. And people, so when you see any person from the north, Muslim or whatsoever, coming out to tell you, oh, these people have been wrong, oh, the grazing routes, oh, their cow has been killed, oh, like Sheikh Gumi will come and say, you forgive, you have to understand that they are doing this out of pain. They have been mistreated. I have been privy to document where a certain NGO went in to interview these people, and they were talking about how the Hausa people have mistreated them and has taken their land. And then you ask yourself, which land, for God's sake? When you were coming with your cows, did you transport land at the back of your cows? This is exactly what their progenitor, Osman Dan Fodio, taught them, and that's what they are doing. That is why the throne of Sardauna of Sokoto had to be returned. When we speak about these things, people think we're just making them up. You ask anybody who is telling you, because the Fulani want everybody to believe that it was Osman Dan Fodio who brought Islam to the northern Nigeria, and that is not true. There have been Islam long before Osman Dan Fodio was born. The Hausa kings that he had to kill to install his own brothers on that throne that is traditionally an Hausa throne, and rename it from Sarki to Emir. Those people were Muslims. Those Hausa kings were Muslims. He defamed and committed a sacrilege even within the Islamic tenets. There is no Islamic jurisprudence that allows you to kill a fellow Muslim, as long as he has made the recitation that implies that he has accepted the lordship of the Prophet and Allah. Once he has made that pronunciation of Shahada, you have no right within the Islamic rule to kill that person. And Osman Dan Fodio did exactly that. When he killed those kings in the 1800s, he did not kill them because they were non-Muslim. He killed them because he wanted to advance a Fulani agenda. And now he has found a lot of ignorant Muslims that think that what the Fulani are doing, just because they go somewhere and say Allahu Akbar before they kill people, they think that these things are being done in the interest of Islam. It's not. The Fulanis are using you, the Hausa people. They are using you, the Kanuris. They are using you, the Nupes. They are using you, and they are hiding under that identity. And once they are done with the Christians like they are doing now, if you allow them, if you keep supporting them and keep protecting them in the name of they are doing this under you, gradually, they are going to finish with the Christians, God forbid, with the help of the voice that IPOB have lent to this matter and the momentum it has gained, and the caliber of countries and people that are interested in ensuring that they have put an end to this matter. This is not going to happen. But let's assume that IPOB have not raised that voice. Or let's assume that they have turned around to find a better way of finishing the Christians. The way they killed your kings in 1800s, that is how they are going to come back to you. So what we are doing is actually in the interest of everybody that has been trapped in that country called Nigeria. If we should talk about reacting based on the past pain, if we should think about the pain that the people of Middle Belt have caused us as Biafrans, we would not be speaking up for them. Who didn't know the role that the people of Benue and other part of the Middle Belt played in the pogrom of our people? We all know that. If we were as vindictive as other part of Nigeria, we would not care, because the president of Nigeria during the Civil War was a Plateau man. Yakubu Gowon is a prophet, is a man from Pangshin, is an unjust man. But when it matters the most, we are emotionally intelligent enough to know that we have to protect the life of these people first before we can blame them for their past atrocities. And that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing as a people, as Biafrans. That's what we are doing. A senator from Bauchi, yes, sir. Okay. A senator from Bauchi last year has been accused of sponsoring bandits, terrorists to Mecca. A senator, a sitting senator, a chairman of what do you call them? This Senate Committee on Security. A chairman of the Senate Committee on Security was accused of sponsoring people who are non-terrorists or linked to terrorists. That matter, have you heard of it again? Senator Shehu Buba, have you heard his case again? From Bauchi South. The Senate Committee on National Security, yes, and Intelligence. He was the chairman of a Senate Committee on National Security and Intelligence. Understand that. National Security and Intelligence. This person is the one that has been caught sponsoring terrorists for a pilgrimage in Mecca. When this alarm was raised, where were you? What did you say? Were you patriotic enough to call that out? Were you? Now, within the space of a few days, you are running up and down, making noise, this and that. Don't listen. It is IPOB who is doing this. What we are saying, is it not true? How wherever this goes, IPOB will be on record to have always been on the path not just of the truth, but of those who are oppressed and those who can't speak for themselves. We are speaking for ourselves, and we will not wait until we are done with ours before we will speak for other people, as long as it is needed, whether it is for the Hausa people or for the other Christians, because we have Hausa Christians. We will continue to defend the defenseless. That is our duty. Call us any name that you want. The world knows who we are. That is why when we speak, they listen. Ndewo Mazi Jonathan.
Ndewo Mazi Opasi. Thank you very much. Of course, that is it. The Fulani propaganda, they call themselves, they gather, they tell themselves what to tell the whole world, what to move out, to propagate. And they also pay their willing tools like Daniel Bwala and co, and Kayode, Femi Fani Kayode, and all of them. Reno Mokri, to tell them, oh yeah, it is your job, go and do this, go and defend the caliphate's position. Caller on, let me see, caller on signal, please go on. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Oh, you drop off. Okay, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Please go on. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Please go on. Can you hear me? Yes. Go on, Mazi. Go on. Go on.
Okay. My name is Chukwu, and I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, Jonathan, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Kano, man who set up this platform to expose so many things. I greet him once again. Yes, this evening, I want to start from the first caller that said our people are not ready. That type of statement is not allowed to this platform. Those who are human beings are ready to stand until the end of this movement. Because the Bible says Going forward is life. Going back is death. So for one to say our people is not ready, we don't want to hear it already, Biafra. We are ready. Now, we talk about T.Y. Danjuma and Gowa during the Biafra War. They are from the Middle Belt. The Fulani used them during their time to fight Biafra during their youth age. After using them, today they have been old enough that they cannot do any other thing. And the Fulani have taken over. Now, the Yorubas today, they want to use Tinubu and the foolish ones, criminals in Yoruba land, to use them to do their devilish work by attacking the Igbos of Biafra. They have allowed them to use all the key positions in government. Today and before, when Mr. Alozie mentioned so many key big portfolio of leadership in Nigeria, both army, both air force, both police, both finance, both justice, everything, custom, everything was occupied by Yoruba. Forget about what is going on with what they call senators and House of Representatives. That is nonsense. The main key in ministry, Federal Minister of Nigeria, was covered by Yorubas. What am I trying to say here is this. The Yorubas don't think, I mean the present Yoruba now, they don't think to reason, to learn for what happened to Gowon and T.Y. Danjuma in the Middle Belt. Because of the foolishness and the hatred in them, they are looking forward for position that Fulani allowed them to cover. They don't think another 100 years, when this present evil people from Obasanjo and Tinubu have died, what is going to happen for the children of Fulanis then and the Yorubas? Our leader opened this platform to expose so many things, for people to know what is coming. But surprise, surprise, some idiots who have no eyes, or spiritual eyes, or foresight, to think 50, 100, 200 years coming, what will happen to their race? They are sheepishly like Soludo and Igbo politicians. They don't think, they don't reason. They think that they are fighting IPOB. They don't know they are destroying themselves, and their enemy are laughing at them. But at the proper time, the enemy will destroy them one after the other. A people that we think that they have sense, the Eastern governors and politicians, look at Wike in Abuja. Look at idiots like Asari Did they know that? Did they think that the Fulani are foolish like them? They don't know. A time will come. If they allow the Fulani eat in Nigeria, all of them will be one or the other. There will be nobody to save them. Eat in Nigeria, all of them will be one or the other. There will be nobody to